My friend had this bulldog, and the bulldog always looked sad or always looked this, always looked that, so I would always do this voice.
Oh, hey, everybody.
I showed everybody, and they were like, oh, that's perfect.
I'm magic!
Jaunty grimoire. Her essence is jaunty.
That's me!
So we asked Amy to bring that to the character, which she certainly did.
Cha-cha-cha!
To tell you the truth, I didn't take in consideration if Jaunty was male or female when I did this role. It didn't matter. You know, Jaunty's Jaunty. It's pretty easy because, again, you trust the material and you know Chris is going to help you with it.
That's a wrap. Buckle up! Hold on here, little Smurf nubs!
I love a poo.
Mama's coming for a baby!
Mama poo? I'm a fan of Natasha Lyonne.
Don't listen to him, my shaggy babies. The emotionally unavailable man didn't mean it.
Her voice is made for animation.
You still want a piece of him? We're discovering in real time together who this Mama Poot is. Chris is doing this beautiful job of creating a space wherein you don't feel like a real wackadoo going there. Ah! More fear! More fear! Ah! So that's very fun.
Chris Miller is fantastic. He's quite open to us bringing our own flavor to each performance.
Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle once removed.
The writing sort of inspires in you. You end up then adding little riffs and trying to add some jazz here and there.
You always were a free spirit.
Working with Chris Miller is a dream. I actually look forward to his little giggle when I'm performing my lines because that usually means I'm getting it right. I'm like, yes.
You can tell that this is a director with just an extraordinary pedigree in making children's animation, and he's so passionate about it, you can't help but be caught up in that, really. That sounds pretty Smurfy to me.
I'm in Smurf Village.
I studied animation and film, and that's when I realized that the Smurfs 80s TV show from Hanna-Barbera was based on these comic books from the 1950s by Peyo. I thought his sense of design was iconic.
I think we've struck a nice balance between feature animation style mixed with the live-action elements and visual effects.
Using a 2D comic book as your inspiration, the fear is always that if you bring it into animation, it's going to look like Saturday morning cartoon. And the scope of this movie is very epic, and the adventure is huge.
That opened up my world to the possibilities of what this film could look like.
The most fun part is getting to create something that will touch people and kids with people that you admire.
My name is Margaret Wooler, and I am the animation art director on Smurfs. I grew up with the Hanna-Barbera cartoons, and I loved them. So getting the opportunity to work on a movie like this is really a huge privilege.
We're working together. We have very similar sensibilities and similar approach to art making and visual development.
I don't think we have as elegant and beautiful a Smurfette without Margaret. She brought so much to the look of this movie.
She excelled at defining our characters early on, getting paintings of our characters and defining the style and the look of the film.
From the very get-go, Max Boas, the production designer, Matt Landon, and Chris Miller all wanted to honor the comic and honor the original content as much as possible. Miller kept on saying, compose everything to the camera so that it really, really reads well, so that you get that instant message of what the character is doing, what the action is, what the point of that moment is. That actually meant really simplifying some of the backgrounds and stripping away extra plants or extra houses to make the end product simple, clear, and cohesive.
Taking it from the comic page to a computer-generated world that was immersive, something that you could feel like you could reach into, that you could touch, that you could smell. I felt like that was long overdue and a real opportunity.
We definitely wanted our Smurfs to feel like our Smurfs from Smurf Village when they were in the real world. So we had to do a lot of thinking and planning on how to make that aspect real.
Amazing.
You map out the color, temperature with the emotional arcs of the movie. And the color script, Max Boas and I and the whole art team created a wonderful flow so that the most intense moments get these really, really sharp juxtapositions of color to make them feel powerful and epic, and then moments where it's very dark and mysterious. One really intentional decision with the animation versus the live action, we highly stylized the color palette. And by doing that, that gave us a point of contrast to when you go into the live action world.
Where are we?
It's Paris.
It's a hybrid film. There are locations in Paris and in the Australian outback and in Germany and Munich. And then beyond that, we cross dimensions.
It is a journey, and it's super unexpected. You cannot predict when it's going to happen. There's such a sense of humor with all of the styles of animation and why they're there and when they're there. I love that.
There's an anime bit in there. There's a dimension that's just written on a notepad. That was just fun.
So it was like, what could we have the most fun with seeing our Smurfs in a way that no one's ever seen Smurfs?
One of my favorite styles of animation is when it gets pixelated. It just reminds me so much of my childhood gaming days when things look that one-dimensional. This entire film brings me back to my childhood over and over again, but I've never seen a pixelated Smurf. That was so fun.
I'm definitely partial to the claymation because it's sort of that old-fashioned stop-motion style. I just love seeing our Smurfs as these lumpy clay creatures.
Chris and Matt are great because they're both so good at directing and understanding the process of animation and continuity of things.
They really help to elevate other people and allowing people to kind of excel what they do.
Thank you for clicking on our video, everybody. If you like what you saw here, please make sure you like the video and subscribe and share with your friends who like this sort of content. Joblo remains an independent company, and we appreciate all of your support.